You know, I said it in my Honeycomb Studio video, but why is it I always end up playing the strangest of games? Oh, right, okay, let's see what this one's got. Hey guys, I am Uncle Bernard and welcome to Love is Strange. As most of you can probably guess, it is a play on Life is Strange, which I did play. Again, I'll link that in the description. Let's just... Do you want to play the tutorial? How complicated is this game? Yes. Okay, I'll go along with it. He looks like a friggin' hot dog. Hello, I am MX Dog, your guide and teacher. First things first, I'll let you know that you can click anywhere or press the enter or space key to continue. Love is Strange is a visual novel, meaning you'll be reading most of the time. Every now and then you can pick dialogue choices that change the flow of the conversation, just like Life is Strange, or even bring you to different locations. Got it? Got it! Oh, yes. Great, good job. Let's head over to the two whales. Oh, cool. Your decisions can affect the way the other characters in the game interact with you. The characters in each route have a number of approval points which you can earn or fail to earn from the choices you make. The higher your approval, the better. Awesome. But you won't be able to see any of these points change visually, so pick wisely. Got it! You can use the scroll wheel on your mouse or the back button on the quick menu to go back to review any text you've missed. I'll do it here too. The quick menu is located at the bottom right of the dialog box. There, M menu. However, even though you'll be able to go back to look at your decisions, you cannot undo them. There is no time travel here. Once your decisions are made, they are permanent. That sounds great, MX Dog. Thanks for sounding so positive. Awesome. Do make sure to save your game every now and then. The game won't remember your decisions if you don't save. Duh. You have 15 save slots. All save files that you don't need anymore can be erased by hovering over the save slot and pressing delete on your keyboard. You can also adjust your preferences to... You can play around with text, speed, volume, auto, forward and more. Oh, also the reason why you can see the edge of the screen is because this doesn't go full screen. This is the full screen. So I'm afraid you will be seeing this. I will try and cut it out if I can, but if I can't, I'm afraid you're just gonna have to deal with it. I can't do anything about it. Or if you do know how to deal with it, let me know, but I don't know. What else? Oh, there are a few other things I wanted to talk about. Do make sure to keep up with your journal. It will continually update as you progress throughout the game. Oh, I just read that wrong, but I read it right. You may also have noticed the gallery in the main menu. If this is your first time playing, it's totally blank. But you can fill it up. There are lots of unlockable, not unblockable images in Love is Strange. You'll earn them as you discover them within the game. The more you play the routes, the more you'll unlock. Oh god, I really should have had a drink with me. There's also an achievements section. There are 32 to discover. They're hidden all throughout the game within every route. You need to thoroughly explore everything you can find them all. As an added incentive, earning achievements is what will help you unlock the bonus images in the gallery. Once you have all the achievements, you'll have access to all of the bonus illustrations. I won't be looking for them. Depending on your decisions in each playthrough, you won't just fill your gallery and achievements, you'll see unique dialogue from your Love is Strange. Unlock exclusive scenes based on your approval rating. For your love interest. Oh, from your love interest. Oh, okay, right. So do I get to pick my love interest? I'm so happy, Victoria. That sounded weird. Even get different endings. Because remember, your actions are consequences. Butterfly effect. I think that's it. Thanks for your attention. Class is dismissed. Good luck. We're in. Okay, I guess I didn't have enough time to talk. If you see me look out the window, it's because I'm keeping an eye out. I'm having a new computer hard drive delivered. And it was meant to come today, but rather than getting that, I got an Obi-Wan Kenobi costume. And that is no joke. I actually got an Obi-Wan Kenobi costume. It is mine, by the way. I didn't just get it mistakenly. I'll carry on. Insert groan here. Bruz. Oh. Buzz. Get up. Guess I better get up. I got no idea. All I'm playing is the air is a little chilly as I push the covers off. And one glance in my mirror is enough to tell me that I look like a total zombie. In other words, it's a typical morning for me. Yep, I agree with that. Someone's playing music. The people I share a dormitory with are worse than roosters. Oh well, at least I'm up. And I shouldn't make it a habit to be later to class anyway. I stretch out, yawning as I make my way to the window to feel the sunlight on my skin. Lisa seems to be enjoying it too. She's grown like crazy over the past year. My mom would be so proud. Oh, this is the plant. Wow, a whole year already. It's hard to believe I've been at Blackwell for that long. This voice is making my throat very dry. I'm so glad that I came back to Arcadia Bay, and not just for Blackwell Academy, although I'd be lying if I said that wasn't a huge part. I liked Seattle, but I never really felt like home. Arcadia Bay is the place I grew up in, the place where I made all of my best memories. I had so many adventures, each one as different as a new day. New Day is also the name of a wrestling team, just to let you know. Pirates and superheroes. This was the best place to grow up. Well, I'm biased, but I really do feel that way. I'm going to stop doing this voice now, because I can see many of you getting annoyed. I'll continue normally. I don't want to sell Seattle short, of course. I lived there for 5 long years. I really do miss my friends there, and my parents. I was so glad to see them this summer. But I know that coming back here was the right choice for me. I'm technically an adult now, which is something I'm still getting used to. I definitely still feel like a kid in a lot of ways. Oh, I know how that feels. I'm lucky to have my parents' support and my scholarship, which I've somehow managed to keep into my second year. Go Max! And I can't forget one of the most important parts. Blackwell's brought me back to Chloe Price, my best friend. It took me a little while, but we picked up right where we left off. Actually, we did even better, because we didn't exactly part under the best circumstances. But the greatest thing about Chloe is that she's brutally honest with her feelings. Those first few weeks were seriously awkward, but we got through it. I'm determined to be there for her now, even if I couldn't before. Luckily, someone was there for Chloe while I was gone. Rachel Amber, she's totally gorgeous and she's a really great person too. She's almost too perfect. But she's one of the girls that's just impossible to hate, even though Victoria Chase seems to have found a way. At first I thought that Rachel and Chloe were total opposites, but they're really more like wolves of the same pack. Let's just say that knowing both of them is the being accessory to every instance of... Oh my god, hang on. Let's just say that knowing that both of them is like being accessory to every instance of dubiously criminal behaviour in the Bay. I don't think that sentence made sense, but I'll carry on. But even if I didn't have Chloe and Rachel, I've got other friends here too. Dana, Stella, Alyssa. Actually, I can count almost everyone on my floor as a friend. Even Brooke, who is abrasive. It took some getting used to, but it's just her way of being friendly. Pretty impressive for a shy geek like me. Am I right? Am I right? I took me a while to figure out what that said. I was like, oh, am I right? Take Kate Marsh, for example. She's one of the very first people who befriended me at Blackwell. Kate is probably the most kind-hearted person I've ever met, and she's an incredibly talented artist. She's one of the only students at Blackwell that's... What? Unabashedly wears her heart, or I guess her religion, on her sleeve. I know that she gets flack about it sometimes. I do as well. I'm Christian and I get some shit on it. But I think it's really cool that she works so hard to create a comfortable environment for other religious and or I know this word. Abstinent students, even if I'm not in her Bible study group or anything. I get along with almost everybody, except for my neighbour across the hall. Victoria Chase is the head of the Vortex Club, with all the reputation that goes with it. Even after a year, I'm not entirely sure what the Vortex Club even does, aside from underage drinking. Yeah, I've heard that being in it is good for your resume, but I never see them doing anything to actually improve or benefit the school outside of partying. Oh well, it's not really my place to judge, even though Victoria herself does a lot of judging. Hasn't she heard the old... Oh my god, what are these words? The old adage? I don't know. About not saying anything at all if you've nothing nice to say. It's hard not to wither under the Ice Queen stare of hers, or feel totally lame in her presence of her $6,000 camera. She has a great eye though, I'll give her that. I can't spend all morning daydreaming by the window though. I've got to get dressed and I don't want to miss my first class. Especially because Emmett's dog told us last week they had a surprise coming up on Monday. I wonder what it'll be. They're one of the best teachers I've ever had. They're always supportive of my work and always smiling. I knew Blackwell Academy took on the best of the best, but I had to experience it to believe it. Emmett's dog is so freaking cool. I better hurry up and get going. Then maybe I can find some time to hang out with my friends before class starts. I have a feeling that Chloe and Rachel are going to laugh at my genetic brand t-shirt and jeans like they always do, but I've come to terms with my style. I should make sure that I have everything before I head out. Put on bracelets. Chloe gave me one of her punky spiked bracelets a few months ago. I'm clumsy, so I thought I'd instantly take my eye out by wearing it. But it turns out to be the secret to thrashing is that the studs are actually pretty dull. I guess I really am ready for a mosh pit now, shaka bra. The bracelet that I slide on to it's all woven rainbow threads. Rachel gave it to me. I was pretty surprised when she did. Rachel's got like a zillion friends. Maybe she makes them for everybody. Check phone. I can't leave my room without a quick scanner at my feed, the modern equivalent of reading the morning newspaper. That's the millennial condition, I suppose, blah blah blah. Of course, Victoria's already posted her morning mirror selfie, liked by 28 people posted 5 minutes ago. But she does look really nice in that costume sweater. I'd hit like too, but I know she's not interested in my approval. She might never wear that sweater again if I did. Let me just save. Nerd cuties. I'm kidding, I think. I need to stop sinking to her level and being all judgy. Put them back. I can't forget my bag, and I don't want to forget my camera either. I'm glad it's managed to survive this long. It's really old and not in a cute 4 vintage way. It's legit ancient. But that's what I wanted, a total timelessness to my photos. As I slide my camera into my bag, I look at the little dough pin that Kate gave me a few days ago. It's a warm bronze colour. She said that she found it in a bookshop in Portland and that she'd thought I'd like it. I do, but I'm just flattered that she thinks of me at all. I think I've got everything, but I have a feeling I'm forgetting something. Oh, my journal. I can't leave without it. I take it just about everywhere. I guess it's a little old-fashioned of me. And I know that's getting a blog would be makes way more secure, but I'm just used to writing by hand. I'm the opposite. There we go, all set. Monday. Was it morning? As I head into the hallway, I finally spot the source of the music. It's not coming from Dana's room. The door's wide open like it usually is. This is definitely way too much bass for a Monday morning. I cross the hall, shaking my head. I knock on Kate's door, but there's no response. Maybe she's already headed to class. I'm a little sad I missed out on her usual morning violin playing, not that I would have heard much of it over Dana's music. What the hell was that? Was someone got spray paint? It doesn't surprise me that I can smell weed and hear the sound of a spray can drifting from the bathroom. Rachel and Chloe are up to no good again, but I guess that's the company I keep. Victoria's usually got her door open or music playing like Dana, but it's quiet this morning. I guess she went to class early too. I've never seen her show up late or anything. Oh, the places you'll go, Max. Where to now? Go to the courtyard? I head outside the dorms and see Kate sitting on a bench out on the front lawn, sketchbook in hand. Up ahead I see Victoria focused on a bulletin board. I guess I do have time to chat. Talk to Kate. Hey Kate. Kate looks up from her sketchbook and gives me a warm smile. Good morning, Max. It's so good to see you. I'm happy to see her too. Come to think of it, Kate's been a little hard to get hold of lately. She seemed a lot quieter than usual. She's not the loudest person to begin with, but maybe she has something on her mind. Whatever it is, it doesn't stop her from greeting me as warmly as ever. Ask Kate Marsh for you. I missed your violin playing this morning. Not that I would have heard it much over Dave's music. I sit down next to Kate on the bench and see that she's sketching a few cartoon characters gathered around a fountain. Kate notices me looking and smiles softly, pencil tapping idly against the paper. I thought I'd try to get some drawing in before class starts. When I'm feeling inspired, I always want to sketch right away, so I don't forget the images in my head. I look more closely at the page. Kate's drawings are always so cute and lively. She'd make an awesome character designer or storyboard or an illustrator for a children's book, and any one of those would suit her. I know what you mean. I'll drop everything I'm doing if it's time for a photo. I can't believe you can do this type of stuff with just coloured pencils. It's so cute. Thanks, Max. I've always loved your photos too. Kate's compliments always warm my heart. The best part is that I know that she means it. She's so sincere and positive. Speaking of photos, what do you think of MX Dog's going to surprise with us today? Kate's expression turns thoughtful and she clasps her hand on top of her sketchbook. I'm not sure. They seemed really excited about it when I was helping them catalogue our photography textbooks on Friday. I'd forgotten that Kate is MX Dog's assistant. Did they mention anything about the surprise other than being excited? Kate laughs and shrugs and she seems to glow. The cross hanging from her neck catches the sunlight and flashes bright and golden. You're always so curious about the world, Max. A lot of people would say I'm just nosy. Kate gives a little huff and continues drawing in her sketchbook, her pencil delicately tracing curves and lines. God, this is a lot of reading. I think you just have a knack for adventure, like Glory here. She's an amateur detective. Kate points to one of the characters in her drawing, a small figure peering into the fountain with huge, inquisitive eyes. A little cat tail pokes out from under the character's long coat. Thanks, Kate. I'm glad you believe in me. I should get going, though. Kate nods. I wouldn't want to miss the MX Dog surprise. I'll catch up soon. See you, Max. Go back to the hallway? Go to the bathroom. When I reach the bathroom, I find Chloe smoking in the corner, slouching there with a joint pinched between her fingers. Rachel's busy adding graffiti to the opposite wall. Talk to Chloe. Having fun, Chloe? Chloe grins at me, giving me her usual up-to-no-good look. Yep, I'm totally getting lit over here. I groan and Chloe just burst out laughing amid a cloud of sharp smoke. You're terrible, you know that? I you love it, but what's up? I'm pretty sure you shouldn't come over here for a hit. I lean against the wall next to Chloe, nudging her with my elbow. I'm not a fan of how weed smells, but I've gotten used to being around it by now. It seems to chill Chloe out, and I'm all for anything that keeps her happy. Just wanted to see what my best friend's up to this early in the morning. And to ask what you think of MX Dog's surprise today. I can't figure out what it could be. Chloe shrugs, taking another drag when she breathes out. The smoke twists and turns in the air before disappearing under the fluorescent lights. It makes me want to take a picture. Chloe laughs. I know that look. You want to take a photo of her? No, to take a photo of her, hipster. 5 years apart or not, Chloe still knows me so well. She proves it all the time. I couldn't take 1,000 photos of Chloe and never get tired of her face. I could take, not couldn't take. Is it that obvious? Chloe smirks at me and bumps the toe of her boots against my sneaker before sucking back on that joint again and exhaling through her nose. Save your photos for Dog's class, Max. As for whatever the surprises, I don't know. I'm just glad we made it into the same class this semester, just like when we were in elementary school, huh? I grin. Chloe may look all punk rock on the outside now, but I know on the inside she's still the girl I used to watch anime and play pirates with. My crazy, rebellious, amazing friend, she didn't have the blue hair when we were little, but she always had a wild heart, not weird heart, that would make sense. I'm glad we're together too. Chloe smiles at me. Anyway, I want to be good and buzzed by the time class starts, so I need to finish this thing. I'll catch you later, Super Max. See you soon, Chloe. Dr. Rachel. Hey, Rachel. Rachel looks up and smiles at me. It's warm, but as usual, it's a little intimidating. There's something about Rachel that makes me feel kind of shy. She can be hard to read. Oh god, Rachel's the one that died, wasn't it? Hey, how's it hanging, Max? I could ask you the same thing. Rachel looks back at the wall, smirking as she gives another shake of her spray can. I'll look at it too. The paint is bright gold, dripping down the wall from a tangle of letters. I can't quite tell what it says. I'm leaving my mark on this school. Oh, he left me mark on the school in a different way in the game, which is still totally against the rules. Since when have the rules ever applied to me? She laughs at her own joke, which makes me twitch into a smile too before I have to tilt my head away from the fumes eyes watering. Are you heading to class soon? Yeah, but let me guess, you're wondering what dog surprise is going to be today. That's another thing about Rachel, she's always on the ball and knows what's going on with everyone and everything. I think she might be a little omniscient. Omniscient. Can't read that word. Yeah. Rachel laughs, twirling her paint can in her hand. Her fingers are nimble and light against its smooth surface. I bet you it's another photo contest. I'm sure you'll win it, Max. She and Chloe have been so supportive of me. Their praise can be a little overwhelming sometimes, but I know they really mean it. Oh, I got wind. Chloe, I get, but Rachel, we're not that close. So it means a lot that she's so encouraging anyway, even if I don't entirely get what is in front of her. What's in it, for her, I mean. Rachel is honestly kind of a mystery to me, one that I'm yet to figure out even a year in. I wonder if Chloe's got the puzzle solved. I've always been too shy to ask much about their friendship, but they're as thick as thieves. Thanks, Rachel, I hope so. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I want to finish this up, so if it's cool with you, I'll see you in class. Rachel gives a little toss of her hair before focusing back on the wall. I need to check my filming. Yep, so good. Go straight to class. If I go straight to class, I won't be able to go back and talk to Kate. Rachel to the club. No, let me talk to Chloe, Kate again. I'm not talking to Victoria. Oh, I can't. Talk to Victoria. Victoria looks so focused on the message board. She's got her arms crossed, looking annoyed by what she's reading, but I'm not sure what it's looking at. I scan my eyes over the board. There are flyers for club meetings, another plea about the cat pics tablet, some sort of global warming, the average Blackwell marquee. I don't always go out of my way to talk to Victoria, but she might be the only other person who takes photography class as seriously as I do. It might be good to scope out what she thinks about today's surprise. Hey, Victoria. Victoria turns around, and for a split second I see surprise in her face before she replies with a stern look. What do you want, Max? Her tone isn't totally hostile today. Guess there's something at least. Just wanted to say good morning, if that's okay. Victoria snorts and rolls her eyes. I won't call it good morning as long as you're around. Wait, seriously? I throw my hands up in defense, giving a huff of exasperation. I can't catch a break with Victoria, can I? Wow, nice burn. Let me go get the nurse and get myself an ice pack. Victoria crosses her arms with an impatient sigh and then gestures with her fingers. Sorry, I've got a bit of sunburn on my neck, it's itching. Really? What do you want? I glance back to the bulletin board and see a small flyer in the corner. It's an advertisement for a photography exhibition in Portland. I think I found what Victoria's looking at. Just wondering what you think of Mr. Dog's got. I think that's Mr. Dog's got prepared for us today. You know, the surprise they mentioned last week. Victoria purses her lips and looks away for a second before turning back to me. I heard a rumour that there's another photo contest like last year. She sounds kind of intense about it. I suddenly remember that how she placed second in the photo contest last year. She hadn't looked happy about it at all. I know she's busted her ass on it. Even I have to admit that her submission was really good. I totally thought she'd win. I have a feeling she'd take to losing a lot harder than she let on. If it is, good luck, Victoria. That definitely wasn't the response Victoria was expecting. Her eyes widen and her mouth dropping open for a split second before she recovers. She's not scowling at me anymore, at least. Yeah, you too, Max. Oh, I wasn't expecting that either. We stand there for another moment. None of us seem to know what to say. Awkward. Victoria makes an irritated sound, finally breaking the silence. Look, I've got to get back to figuring out my schedule for the week, club meetings and shit. I'm pretty sure that wasn't what she was doing, but I'm not about to call her out on it. Yeah, of course. I'll see you in class. He turns back to the bulletin board. Well, that could have definitely gone a lot worse as far as encounters with Victoria Chase go. That was pretty painless. Practically painless. Once in the classroom, I head to the back and sit down in my usual seat. Contrary to what Chloe would have you believe, I don't sit back here to slack off like she does. I sit back here because it's centered right where MSO usually lectures. Speaking of Chloe, I can see her sauntering in with Rachel. She grabs a couple of chairs and drags them noisily across the tiles so that she and Rachel can sit with me. Chloe looks like she's already prepared to nap all the way through the class. Typical. Rachel, on the other hand, she's got top marks even though she's more into being in photos, not taking them. She's already got her textbook open and she's running a paint-stained finger down the page. Victoria walks in just a moment later with Taylor at her side. She glances at me and then immediately looks away when she catches me looking back. Her lips are pressed together in a hard line as Taylor chatters in her ear. I guess she's not in a gossipy mood today. Kate seats over by the window. She mouths hello to me and she takes her spot, organising her books into a neat pile. I'm forever to read that. Good morning, class. What a lovely morning. There's a few grumbles here and there. Chloe's the loudest. Mr. Dog knows them all. As you all know, I told you all last week I'd have a big surprise coming today. Well, the day has come for me to announce the second annual Blackwell photo contest. I can feel butterflies literally exploding into my stomach. Oof. Next to me, Chloe and Rachel shoot me looks. Called it! Victoria stiffens in her seat and sits up a little straighter. Kate smiles, of course. She's as bright as the spot of the sun she's sitting in. Now this contest will be a little different from last year's. We'll have to pick a partner because the contest's motive is the bonds between people. This doesn't mean you have both to be in the photos, although that's not against the rules. The photos can be of anything. Your bond will be expressed by working together. I want to see all kinds of photos represented. I encourage all of you to enter. At the end of the week, each pair will submit their photo. Of course, I'll be judging to pick the winner. As for the prize, the winner will have their photos displayed in front of the entrance of the main building and a feature in the Blackwell totem. Well, that will only have until Friday? Shit, if I wind up entering, I'm going to have to start thinking about it right away. Who am I kidding? Of course I'm going to enter. MX Dog is to survey the class, hands on their hips. One thing you should keep in mind, be certain of who you choose for a partner, because you cannot change once you've picked. There we go, now I can change. You will both need to work together to create your photo. No cooperation, no entry. I'm starting to feel a little bit nervous about this whole thing. Sure, I've been taking photos for as long as I can remember, but I've never collaborated with someone else who else like this before. If you plan to enter, I need you to pick your partners before the end of today's class so that I can add your names to the registration sheet. Double shit, I have no idea who to ask, and I've almost no time to make up my mind. Fidgeting nervously, I glance over the classroom. I can already see people murmuring to one another about their plans. Chloe, who's half asleep, raises her eyebrows at me when I meet her gaze. I guess she wasn't so zoned out that she wasn't listening. Rachel winks when I look at her, and I think about how much practice she's had posing for photos. Everyone knows that she's wanted to be a model. Kate waves her fingers at me, smiling encouragingly. She doesn't have to say anything for me to know that she thinks I should enter. Victoria, she stiffens a little, but she doesn't look away immediately. This time, she holds me gaze. I'm not sure if she's issuing a challenge. Choice is mine. I could ask anyone. Nothing stopping me but my own shyness. The worst that could happen is that I'll be turned down, which honestly seems completely mortifying if I'm going to be real here. But I'll be even more disappointed with myself if I don't enter at all. Who should I ask? Shit. Well, I think I can rule Victoria out because I doubt she'll say yes, but we'll be a good team if I do ask her. Kate, I don't really know how good she was at taking photos. That wasn't really talked about in the actual game. Again, Rachel, she's a model, which does give me an advantage in the whole photoing department. And Chloe would just be a good partner. She'd be a good friend as well. You know, because her story was never really talked about, I'm actually going to choose Rachel. I think that would be quite a good one to do. So I'm going to ask Rachel. Are you sure you want to choose Rachel? I'm going to save. Actually, no, I've already saved before, so I can just load it back if something happens. Yes. If I'm supposed to pick a partner to take a photo with, then maybe it'd be a good strategy to ask an aspiring model. The contest theme is bonds. Maybe the bond between photographer and subject is just a natural choice here. I know that Rachel is willing to be a model for just about anyone for the camera. She knows that she's really good at it. Sometimes she even does the asking. I don't think anybody's going to forget the time she walked around campus handing out headshots last year. Only Rachel Amber could get away with something like that. But I've never directly asked her to pose for me before. She's in plenty of my candid shots, along with Chloe, but nothing formal like this. And it's not that I haven't wanted to, but I figure she's probably not into my retro style. She has the kind of face that deserves to be shown in HD high-fashion campaigns that never show instant cameras. I might be wasting my time here. But she's smiling at me like an invitation. At least I think that's what it means. I can't really tell. As always, Rachel's an eternal enigma. I knew it'd be a contest. How did you know? I seriously wasn't expecting it. Well, mostly because there was only one. There was one at this time last year. Alright. But also because I have mystical powers, of course. She winks, then looks at me expectantly. Does my cue? How does Chloe manage to decipher Rachel's signals anyway? I've got to ask her for a lesson sometime soon. Rachel? Rachel leans in, her elbows on the desk, her chin on her hands. Feels like she's plotting something. Yes? She totally already knows what I'm going to say, doesn't she? I can hear it in her tone. My face feels warm. I was wondering if you want to be my partner for this thing. And then I hastened to add, but if you want to work with Evan or Aiden or something, that's cool too. Rachel lifts her hand and catches her feather earring between her fingers. She turns her eyes up towards the ceiling and then back at me. I can't read her at all. I have no idea what to expect. Maybe she wants the time to scope out her prospects first. Bet half the class is itching to ask her back to be a partner. I was hoping you'd ask. Let's fucking do it. MS Dog turns to the sound of the expletive Rachel, just smiles dazzlingly at them, and then move on. Hold on, she said yes? I'm just hoping to ask? For reals? For real. Room sorted by MS Dog trailing back to the front of the classroom and clearing their throat. Alright, I've got to get into today's lecture. If you haven't picked a partner yet, then be sure to do it before the class is out. I settle back into my seat as the lesson begins, but I can barely focus. All I can think about is that contest. When class lets out, it feels like hours later, and I leap out of my seat. Rachel's taking her time getting into her feet, sweeping her long hair out of behind her shoulders as she gathers her things. Her phone gives a little buzz. Wow, that was a long buzz. She gives a little quick glance, pausing for a moment to stare before it tucks it away and then turns to me. Sup? She doesn't wait for me to answer before continuing on. So I'm a little busy this week, but I'm going to try and give you as much time as I can around when you do want to hook up for this thing. Oh, any time is fine. To be honest, I'm still stuck on the thought that Rachel agreed to be my partner. I had made a pretty impulsive choice by asking her. Not that working with Rachel would be a bad thing. Rachel's been nothing but nice to me since the day I met her. But she has so many different options. I can see Hayden looking towards her, like he's thinking of asking, until he seems to realise that she's already been matched up. Were you really hoping that I'd ask? I wasn't winking at you, just exercised my eyelid muscles, if that's what you were wondering. You're gonna let me model for you, alright? Right. I give a nervous little laugh as we cross the classroom. I stand aside as Rachel gives MS-Dog our names for the registration sheet. We're both marked down, so she turns back to me. One hand on her hip, and she looks so cool and confident I just feel even more awkward in a comparison. Daytime is fine, then how about lunchtime tomorrow? We can meet out on the quad. Hit the quad! Sorry, if you don't know that song, I got no idea what song it's at, I just heard it. Okay, then we can find a time that works for both of us for the photo, right? Right. I hesitate thinking of all the social obligations that Rachel seems to constantly have. I know you've got a lot going on. It's fine, I'm all in. She smiles brightly at me. I'm a little startled by her total lack of hesitation, but I smile back. Okay. Just then Rachel's phone starts ringing. She pulls her eyes and stares at the screen, frowningly slightly. Hey, I'm sorry, but I've got to take this. Oh, it's no problem. I'll see you later, or tomorrow. Thanks, Max. See you soon, okay? She reaches out and squeezes my arm and then swipes to answer the call. As she walks out of the classroom, I can hear her greet whoever is on the other end of the line. Hey, yes, of course, I've got time to talk. I don't feel like I've learned much about Rachel and agreed to be a partner with me for the contest. Oh, I don't think I've learned much about why Rachel agreed to be a part of the contest. Whenever we spent time together before, it was almost always Chloe there. So it feels a little weird to think that it's going to be, just Rachel and I. It could be hella awkward, but she said yes. If anything, I just feel more confused about Rachel's agreement now. But I guess I can start nosing around for answers tomorrow. Tuesday. How long have I been recording? Wow, I'm gonna have to end it here. Jesus Christ. Nearly 37 minutes. Wow, I'm really into this game. I thought this game was going to be really weird, but honestly, it's got such a good story, and all I've done is literally talk. So, if you want to see more of this, I do intend on doing more, but let me know. And if you're new to this channel, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Bye, guys.